Hello. Hey folks, it's Duncan here. No, I've not posted up a video for a while, so I thought I'd use the quiet that I've got to post up another one. This one's going to be a little bit different today because I don't know if you can see what I've got in front of me, but I've got the ingredients for mead. Mead is something I've done, I don't know, once or twice. I've probably done maybe two or three 10-litre batches of mead in the past, and people have tried them and enjoyed them, I think. So I thought I'd do a quick video of how I make it and the process that I go through it, seeing as I'm about to do another 10 litres of it. So yeah, let's go. We've got some of the ingredients for one batch that I'm doing. It's a cherry mead, but I'm going to be adding a few extra bits. So I've got about 500 grams of cherries just here. I've got yeast. This is a Mangrove Jack's mead yeast. I think it says here somewhere it's got an alcohol tolerance of 18%. So that basically means that once it's finished doing its job, the alcohol, the mead that it produces will be roughly 18%. What I've read online is that this particular brand of yeast has, I think it's got a margin of error of about 2%. It seems to be roughly what people are saying. So it could be 16, it could be 20, I think. I've got one batch downstairs that's it's 16%. So yeah, we're going to be, so obviously mead, the main ingredient is honey. So we've got some organic honey here. It's wild honey as well, I think. So it's unheated, unpasteurised, unfiltered, unprocessed and blended, basically. So I mean, mead's primary ingredients are water, yeast, honey, and that's the base kind of mixture, and you stick that in a big 5 litre, you stick that in a container of your choice. I'm using 5 litre glass demijohns. You can't see them right now. I've cleaned them and I'm sterilising them, so I'm just kind of waiting for them to sterilise. So I'll just keep an eye on them. So they've been in a couple of minutes, so they need to sterilise for another 10 or so. Mead itself is apparently quite an old drink. A lot of people think kind of medieval / Viking when they hear mead, but it's actually apparently a lot older than that. I've done a quick I did a quick Google search not too long ago, and they actually found traces of alcohol and honey and rice in what they think is a mead style drink in China, in porcelain, made in China from around about 7000 BC. So it's in some form or another has been around for thousands of years. But yeah, it's I think it's got an image of, you know, Vikings and knights and that sort of thing. So yeah, so what I'm going to be doing today is a slight variation of a cherry mead. Some people nickname this mead a Vikings Blood mead. I've sort of seen around a few forums and websites. I'll just get it up here. But yeah, it's some people call it some people call cherry mead Vikings Blood mead. I'm going to be doing a variation on that because what I'm going to be adding is, so I've got a few spices here. I've got star anise, I've got cinnamon sticks, coriander seeds, nutmeg and cloves. So that's going to be a few extra spices for flavour. What I'm also going to be adding is some of my homegrown chillies. This is where the variation comes in slightly, because not only is it spiced with your traditional spices, I'm going to be adding, I haven't decided which chilli I'm going to be adding yet. I've got a few that vary in heat, so yeah, I need to decide how potent I'm going to be making them. So yeah, I think I need to nickname this variation of Vikings Blood. Probably something because, I don't know, maybe because of the heat, maybe Dragon's Blood or something like that. So yeah, I mean the cherries will give it a sort of red colour. That's why it's a blood nickname. So yeah, we're going to be experimenting a little bit. The other thing that I'm going to be adding that I haven't done in the past is bentonite. Bentonite is for those of you who are familiar with home brewing or winemaking, bentonite is a fining agent. It helps with clarity. When you, in the past when I've done mead, it's been cloudy and quite opaque, and you can't really see through. What's the liquid basically, and so bentonite kind of attracts all the particulate matter and kind of draws it down into the bottom of the jug basically. I think it's to do with charged particles. I think the natural floating sediment are all positively charged and the bentonite is negatively charged, or the other way around. I can't remember which way around it is, but yeah, so it works on charge attraction, and it basically draws all the particulate down to the bottom and out of the way, and it helps keep your drink clear, and that will help later when it comes to doing bottling and racking. Is a process that we can talk about later. So yeah, I best get the stones and the stalks out of these cherries while I wait for the stuff to sterilise basically. So yeah, I'll see you in a second. Ooh. Hey gang, back again. So cherries are now chopped. What I'm now going to do is mix the honey and the water together, put all the ingredients into the demijohns, as they're called, glass demijohns, and yeah, put the yeast in, put the bentonite in, put the what they're called, yeast nutrient in. Gonna switch to a mobile to make filming a little bit easier, and then yeah, we'll make magic happen basically. So yeah, I'm gonna go mix the honey now and into the water, and then we should be good to go. So yeah, we'll get to it. So quick update. I've just been grinding up, don't know if you can really see that, grinding up spices in there. I've got some whole in here, so I've got star anise, cloves, cinnamon stick, bit of nutmeg, what are these, coriander seeds. So that's in there with all the cherries. I don't know if you won't be able to see that, it won't be in focus, but it's in there. Yes, I'm just going to put these ground up bits in there, and then I need to put the honey in the water in that big orange pot, and then I need to then get a specific gravity reading, and then I'll be able to kind of guesstimate what the alcoholic volume will be, and then we'll be good to go. I'll stick this in here. That's all gone in there ish. There we go. Very scientific. So what I'm going to do now is put some yeast nutrient in. That will hopefully be absorbed when it's when I put the must in, as it's called, the honey and water mix. It's called a must. I'll take a specific gravity reading. That specific gravity helps calculate the alcohol by volume. There's boring maths involved, unfortunately. And then we will hopefully see what it may or may not be. So I'm just going to go mix the honey in the water. I'm going to cheat and use an electric whisk, because that just makes it easier. So I'm just putting yeast nutrient in now. That just kind of helps the yeast do its thing. It's like a white, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's like a white crystal thing. I think it only needs a teaspoon. So let's stick that in now. If we'll play ball. There we go. There we go. Very scientific. I'll stick the bentonite in now, because that'll dissolve. Bentonite, if you remember, helps with clarity and helps sediment settle to the bottom. So I'll just put that in now while I'm thinking about it, because apparently you're supposed to put it in before fermentation. I think apparently it doesn't affect taste, or it doesn't affect taste very much, but it does help. It helps draw the sediment to the bottom so that you can take the mead from the top. So the sediment will settle down here somewhere, and you basically just kind of take what's up here. Hopefully once I get the must in, I'll be able to do a specific gravity reading, and that will help with ABV calculations further down the road. I will see you in a second. Hey folks, so I've made my must, and I don't know if you can see this cylinder here. I'll just bring the camera a bit closer. Where's it gone? There it is, here we go. So this cylinder here, I've just taken a sample of the must, and I'm just doing a specific gravity reading. It is saying about 1.08. It's about 1.08. It's about 1.08. It's saying there's a potential alcohol ABV. Where is it? Where's the scale? I think it was saying it was about potential ABV of about 10%. Is what it's saying. It's not where my previous meads have been. I'm tempted to add a bit more honey because I like it quite strong. My previous meads have been about 16 to 18%, but it's saying about, yeah, it's about 1.08-ish specific gravity. So it's saying about roughly 10% as predicted ABV. So I might, I'm tempted to add a bit more honey to make it a bit stronger. But we shall see. Anyway, on to the next stage. So yeah, I almost forgot. Quick one before I put the must in into the demi joint behind me. I almost forgot the chilies that I'm putting in. So this one, I don't know if you can, that's a bit blurry. That one is an Apache, relatively mild. This one, chocolate habanero, slightly less mild. And this came, although it's a bit malformed, this came off a Carolina Reaper plant. So I kind of believe they'll give their each an interesting flavour, and then, well, the heat will probably be interesting. I don't know if it's a bit malformed, this Reaper. It didn't have the stinger that you normally expect with a Reaper, but the other pods on the same plant do look like your stereotypical Carolina Reaper. If you look them up, they kind of have like a sting on the end. They kind of look a bit gnarly and a bit bumpy. This one's kind of smooth. This one looks more like a habanero, but maybe that's a subject for another video. Anyway, I'm going to chop these up. I'm going to stick them in there, and then I'm just getting the must out of the pan, and that'll be the last thing to go in. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I realised that I don't want to put any more honey in because the cherries have sugar in them, so that'll provide extra sugar to give it extra strength. So yeah, that's my plan. Anyway, see you in a second. So this is what it finally looks like in the end. I don't know if you can see that very well, but we've got all the ingredients floating in up there. Yeah, let's see if we can get a good picture on that. But yeah, so you got all the ingredients floating there, and I don't know, I'm kind of hoping they'll sink a little bit. They probably will sink eventually. We've got a few bubbles going off there. There is a lag period when it comes to homebrew, so it might be a couple of days before it really gets going. But yeah, we've got, I don't know if you can see, you might just about cut that off, the airlock up there. I don't know what temperature this is saying it is, but this strip here should say what temperature it is. It's saying it's 32 degrees. Probably should have waited for it to cool down a little bit. Yeah, we'll see. There's a few bubbles going there. I thought it might be a bit too warm. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I'll put that somewhere cool now, and hopefully it'll cool down a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, ideally it needs to be about 30, between 15 and 30 degrees. So I might try and cool it down a little bit. Yeah, I mean there are a few bubbles going, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that's it pretty much. I know there's a bit of chopping and changing there, but my camera's low battery, so yeah, hopefully that kind of explains the method to my madness. Yeah, I mean there's a few bubbles going there. We shall see. Yeah, I'll probably do another video in a couple of months, just to see what it's like, see what's happened, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tasting this one. It should be interesting to see how it goes. There's a few bubbles going. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright then, I will piece this video together and get it up as soon as I can. I will, yeah, there'll be more content coming. I know I said that last time, but yeah, we shall see. Anyway, thanks for hanging about, watching this video. Really appreciate that. If you hung about this long, there is now a Patreon that's live. There's a Buy Me a Coffee link and a Ko-fi link. What else has happened? I'm a brand Viking for the beardstruggle.com, so if you go to thebeardstruggle.com and use the code Duncan15 at the end of the checkout, you'll get a 15% discount on facial hair care products. Yeah, we shall see. I don't know how accurate this thermometer is, but it'll be alright. I'm sure there's some margin of error available there. There's a lot more bubbles coming now. Anyway, that's enough rambling, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to add. There's a few live streams going up at Twitch. That's twitch.tv/SirWeetJebus. That's all one word. That's SirWeetJebus. I'll stick the link in the description box below. I tend to do live streams on weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to try and do a few more in the week because there's a few games that I want to get through on my pile of shame, that games I haven't played or games I haven't finished. So there's a few games that I want to get through and play and finish. And yeah, I think that's everything. Please like, subscribe, all that YouTube goodness. Please follow any of the links below. I'll put my Patreon in there, put my Twitch in there, Ko-fi and Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah, I look forward to trying this in a few months' time. Yeah, got to find somewhere to put this now. Yeah, there's a few balls going. Anyway, I am rambling, so goodbye.